So with WBC 140-pound champion Jose Ramirez, what brings you to Texas? What made you sign up for this?
Man, it just it's time to push myself as a fighter. I think there's a lot of questioning on who's the top 140 pounder, and it's time to face against other world champions. And Maurice is a great 140 world champion, and I think it's fights like this that's gonna push myself and bring the best out of me, and be very motivated to continue fighting and being in the sport of boxing that I respect and love so much. So I'm here in Texas. I'm happy, and it's a blessing for me to be here. I'm very fortunate that my promoter Bob Arum, my manager Rick Merigian, and the whole Tallbring family was able to allow me to come to his territory, to his network, to his promotions, with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing and Rock Nation. So I'm just happy to be here and be able to showcase my talent in front of a whole different crowd, man. I think it's very important for people to start getting to know me and who I am and a closer look, rather than just watching me on TV or just hearing things.
Of course, we know it's about unifying those belts, but like everybody gets along, you have a respectful promotion. At the end of the day, how big a deal is about who is the best?
Exactly. Maurice Hooker is a very humble champion. He's very respectful. I'm always been the type of guy who's been very respectful too. Until the first bell rings, then it's all action. I'm happy the promotions are working with each other to make this fight happening. I think the fans are winning at the end of the day. The fans are winning because they get to see this spectacular fights from two great champions who, honestly, we both stepped up to the plate, and we both wanted this fight. So it made it easier for the promoters to work with each other and make this fight happen. Now, I had to come to Texas, to make that fight happen. So I was ready to make that step.
What made you do it? Because you have a very big following in California.
Well, it's that's the way it played out to be. With Eddie Hearn stepping up and working with Bob Arum and Tallbring allowing me to go because I do consider, and the Tallbring family considers me an ESPN franchise. So as part of the ESPN franchise, so it was something that I'm very grateful that they were able to give me this opportunity to come, and I think it's just time. It's just time to make it easier for the people to decide who's the best 140 pounder. Whoever wins this fight, it's one that has two belts. The winner of the tournament has one or two belts, and it's there's only two in the finals.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying the pressure's on him because he's hometown and all that. Do you feel the pressure to deliver a Mexican-style performance? Because there's a whole lot of Latinos here in Texas. I know you used to see them out there in California, but it's a different breed, as you know, here in Texas. How much you think that machismo don't kick in to put on a performance? Because they're going to expect y'all to go toe-to-toe, bell to bell.
So what happens is that the type of guy I am is I'm the type of fighter who I always push myself, man. I since the first bell to the last bell, I'm a very active fighter. And all I could do is give it my best. I'm very, very grateful to be fighting in a different platform, a different venue, different crowd. And I hope the Hispanics do come out. I hope everybody comes out and catches this fight because we deserve the attention from the fans. Because it's a big important fight for both of us, and we're putting our titles on the line to give the fans a big fight. So I'm very grateful and very thankful for the support from Texas. And I'm very motivated.
Does it feel good the fact y'all both can check out egos and you top rank, He Rock Nation, but y'all got rid of all the politics, ESPN, the zone to make this happen? Does that make y'all feel good at people? I mean, y'all can set a trend to get that in all across boxing because, as you know, that's what's killing the sport right now. Well, I can't say killing the sport, hurting the sport, because the sport is thriving right now.
Yeah, it definitely does have to do with some politics behind with the networks, But I think if two fighters really want to fight, they will push the promoters to try their best to make it happen, and then hopefully me and Maurice Hooker motivate other fighters and other promoters to do the same, other fights to do the same thing, other promoters to do the same thing with other fights, and I think boxing is very alive right now. I think around the world, boxing is on top of the peak, and it's not going nowhere, man. We got big fights, big exciting fights. I'm only 26 years old, so still have a long career ahead of me. So I plan to do, great things in the welterweight division, even in the super welterweight division, and as my career goes along. So I think this is my goal since I became an Olympian. You know, since I was 8 years old, my dream was to become an Olympian. I come from a very small town of Avenal, California. Avenal is with a population of 6,000 people. The opportunities are very, very slim. You know, there's not too many open windows. You don't see nothing but agriculture and basic, you know, jobs that pay minimum wage. So for me to make it this far from becoming an Olympian, a world champion, and now be in a position where I could be the unified champion at 140 pounds, it's definitely a blessing. I'm very thankful for that.
Final question: July 27th. Why are you the unified 140-pound champion?
I'm very hungry. I'm a very hungry fighter. I'm gonna push myself. I believe I have a great team behind me that's gonna get me well prepared for this fight. And you know, I'm not gonna stop until I have my hand raised up.
July 27th.
Thank you,
See you there, brother.
Thank you.